Hello, football fans, and welcome back to Madden 24. So, in the actual week of football, unfortunately, the Carolina Panthers did lose to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not overly surprised by this. I am a bit sad that we lost to the Cowboys, as I do love being able to beat the Cowboys. It's that one team for some reason I enjoy when we're able to beat them. But it wasn't too unexpected this time. I mean, really, my team is without a question in a rebuilding phase. I'm still sticking with the fact that I think we have the right coach and we have the right players. It just takes time. And I'm hoping that the team will give him the time in order for this team to really be built into what it needs to be. We're going to be playing the Titans in Tennessee this next week, as you can see here, as Orlando's doing. I think that that's a fair matchup for us. I think that we might actually have a fighting chance in that game. I could be wrong. I haven't seen a lot on Tennessee this year, but I don't think they're exactly an overly strong team. So I'm hopeful that my Panthers might be able to do something decent in that game. With that being said, though, let's talk about here in the actual video game. So, overall, I thought the game against Dallas went pretty well. The defense did struggle at points. Dak Prescott was able to rip into us a bit. Really, the running game for the other team has exposed my defense some, which makes me nervous when we're facing Derrick Henry this week, because you know that's what they're going to want to do on offense is run the football. So I'm going to have to see how my team's able to stop that on defense. That's something I'm looking at. I was pleased with the fact that even though I did throw 2 interceptions, really that was not Bryce Young's fault. That was my fault. I get hooked on a receiver, and I need to learn not to do that. The receiver was covered in both cases. That was entirely my fault. So hopefully I can make those corrections in this game. I did also promote a offensive lineman who was on injured reserve to the starting lineup because he actually is a better blocker than the guy we had in the place. So hopefully that will actually help with my running capabilities in this week as well. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this week's game and see how we do against the Titans.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll keep our eye on Azeez Al-Shaair, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Titans and the Panthers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Panthers of Orlando taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, the beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, They were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This from 42 yards out. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Young. That is taken in by Hurst. And all the way in for the touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now Tannehill. A quick throw there is incomplete. Looking for Traylon Burks that time, and it's third and short. But you look at this defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game with their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now it's Tannehill. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or two at most. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down, they go again with Henry. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
But that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. That pass taken in by Burks, and they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Badgley able to punch this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. On play action, Young. He's got Mingo. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 30 yards. yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another run here with Sanders. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. Tannehill. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers and Miles Sanders headed out for another drive. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Off the play fake, Young.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Tommy Trimble.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Tannehill.
Going to the right here and finding Burks.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tannehill throwing again.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Titans. Chris Moore in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Mac Hollins up over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jacoby Brissett leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. In that first half, we saw the veteran Miles Sanders doing his thing. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, in Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 35, here's second down and 3. Another run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on third and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
2 yards on the play. And an Orlando first down.
A play fake. Now Young. That's complete out right to the tight end Trimble. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle there by Rashad Weaver. And they'll come up second and 7. Young off the play fake. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 58 yards.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's Young off play action.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
That caught by Trimble.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd down, Young. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Back to throw, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Tannehill's that's taken in by Okonkwo. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Tannehill on 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Again, it's Henry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The same outcome on 3 straight plays, all runs of 4 yards. The last one gets them a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And Young's going to throw it here. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Tommy Trimble. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And brought in downfield by Burks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard
From the 50, it's Tannehill. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tannehill. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Ready, set.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click the like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon